What's going on, Mets fans? Another good night for our New York Mets. Currently up 4-1 in the top 7 after Griffin Canning goes 6, muscles through that 6th inning, a ton of strikeouts, look sharp. Maybe another diamond in the rough for David Stearns. Let's hope so, as we look as Garrett up to the plate against, Reed Garrett is pitching against Walker in the top 7th, no outs, 2-2. A lot of thoughts on this game. Good to see what Lindor's doing, 3 for 3. Soto is still clearly pressing, but we could take that a little out of context as well when we're thinking about things, as I have the game in my ear and on my iPad, so forgive me, but I will say this: Soto hit the ball hard twice tonight. Those were line drives, one right up the middle and one to the shortstop. They were bullets. And you're going to see fans, yes, get on him for being an offer tonight, but I saw some good strides tonight. I'm not going to kill him. Still really early. Even Keith Hernandez said he's just early. Fortunately, he's just early, as Reed Garrett gets a fly out to center field for the first out. But overall, so far, good night. I like what Lindor did on the bases. I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well. Directing Taylor to go home, practically stealing a run for the New York Mets. I don't know what Contreras was doing there, putting your back to the runner at third base. You got to get that ball to the shortstop immediately. But he did it, and they paid for it. So I'm not going to complain about it. Just give me 1 second as I help our audience. As I help our audience over on Instagram get with us, as always. Appreciate you guys stopping in. A beautiful Thursday night. And yes, tomorrow I am off of work, so I'll probably be live streaming throughout tomorrow's game. A lot of people are going to it. I heard it's a packed house tonight, which is awesome. A few of our people are there taking videos, sending photos. Overall, good atmosphere. And I don't want to hear the excuses. Well, the Mets are playing a lot of B teams. That was a brutal series in Minnesota, and I'm glad that we're home. I tweeted out the other day as Garrett goes 2-2 on Gorman. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you still worried about Juan Soto? We'll get to a lot of your guys' comments throughout the night. I'm not going to overreact. So many Met fans calling WFAN, I wish we never signed them. You look like an absolute idiot. Those are the same people that were screaming last year, were screaming last year for the Mets to trade Francisco Lindor, as Garrett spikes the ball to go 3-2. I'm not worried. I'm just not. But let me get to these over here now that we're live over on Instagram. I hate the way that this is set up. You can't ever go live on Instagram without doing it after the fact. It's just a joke. Garrett, foul ball, 3-2. Hopefully this bullpen continues to stay flawless. And I know a lot of fans are saying, well, Ray, we haven't really played many people. I think that's a total load of crap. You play who's in front of you. I don't want to hear the excuses. That's where we're at right now. But I know a lot of the OGs are in the chat right now. Jose, Lewis, appreciate you guys. Let's freaking go Mets. What sucks was earlier I saw that Philly was losing, but unfortunately they made their way back, and they closed out the Giants, who were hot, as Reed Garrett delivers another 3-2, strike 3 on the splitter outs. Oh, no, he got a little piece. Got a itty bitty piece. But I think Dan might be stopping by a little later to give us some of his thoughts. But overall, I'm happy with today. As long as we close it out. Sorry, I just had to adjust the camera right there. Just close this thing out. This is like a 10 pitch at bat right now. My gosh. Let's see what we got going on over here in the chat. Wait until the playoffs when they change their tune, and then they're going to be, screaming Soto. I agree, bro. Totally agree with you. It's too early in the season. Anything can happen, Jose. I totally agree with you too. And to be honest with you, I get a little annoyed when fans go off like that. As a 10th pitch from Garrett, low and inside. What an at bat by Gorman there. Wow. And Hefner's going to come out and talk with Garrett. I'm not too worried about it here. Jonathan, my guy, what's going on, brother? Hope all is well with you tonight, my man. Baby is down. Wife is down. But I'm off tomorrow, baby. I got a lot of things going on. To any other lawn care nuts out there, I'm one of those crazy lawn people. You ever got a question, feel free to shoot me. I love talking about the green grass. Dan will probably tell you that, and Pat will also tell you that. I'm one of those people. I could talk about a nice looking lawn all day long, but no, that's not my profession. Ray, your thoughts on New York or nowhere Mets clothing line? Well, believe it or not, let me just verify. We actually, and I never really promote it. I don't like to do that, promoting your own stuff. And I will be wearing some of this clothing coming up shortly. But we do have metcastpod.com where we have shirts, hoodies, mugs. I got a mug on the way, actually. If you're ever interested in sporting our own gear, and we definitely have that. Maybe I'll add that to the line there. New York or nowhere. I'll talk to Pat, who handles all of our merchandising, but that is that. And I'm very excited to announce another sponsor we're going to be having coming to the show shortly. We finalized everything recently, Pat and I, and it's awesome. Awesome. And it definitely is me. And that's one thing. We have a lot of sponsors that reach out to the show. And I'm just not into the gambling thing. I don't mind gambling. I like it. I like placing a parlay here or there. A lot of you guys, I'm just not a big fan of the sponsorship of gambling, but that's just me. That is just me. But I'm really excited for our sponsor that we have coming. Something that I did as a kid that got remodeled to now. So that's why I'm excited. It has to do with baseball, which is awesome. It's Garrett. 2 pages. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, the Cardinals, they stink. They have a great defense. I think they're actually number one in MLB in runs prevented, allegedly. At least that's what I believe. Let me look that up really quick. I will say this, and I keep contemplating this, and this is not a sponsored spot, but I spoke to Jose Reyes. He has these sick number 7 hats that are autographed. That are on his site. If you want to follow him over on X, they're sick, but they're $50 delivered. So I know they're a big chunk of change, but maybe I'll get one and raffle it off for the fans over here. I've been contemplating that a lot. I want to give a lot back to you guys. So many good people have given a lot to the channel. I also want to announce that soon I spoke with Ernest Dove today, who is a Mets minor league reporter, as Garrett goes 2-2 to Pages. Let's see if he can close him out here. And the pitch, he fouls it off. Ernest Dove, if you guys aren't following him over on X, he's got Dove Report. He's been on our program before. He knows everything about the New York Mets farm system. We've had him on to talk about the farm system. He covers them pretty much full time. He'll be coming on. I'm trying to get him on for next Thursday's off day as Garrett delivers the 2-2 again. Another foul back. Garrett just clearly doesn't have his A stuff today. A lot of foul pitches. Jeez. But yeah, it'd be good to hear about what's going on with the Mets farm system. I know a lot about what's going on, but I'm not going to pretend like I'm some type of expert. So let me get an expert on here for you guys. 2-2 again. Oh, did he go? Check swing. And he went. Strike 3. I didn't think he went there. I thought that was a brutal call. Shout out to you guys drinking the old espresso tonight. I'm excited for that Philly series, man. Starts Sunday. So we got the night game tomorrow, 4:00 game Saturday, 1:00, 1:30 on Sunday. Then you got Monday through Wednesday at home to Philly. Those Wednesday 1:00 games, those are brutal. MLB puts that in so much for the travel. I just hate that. I don't know you guys. I cannot stand those travel days. Let's see if Garrett can close out this clean 7th inning with a guy on first. 0-1. Pop fly, center field. Can of corn for Taylor out there. He catches it, puts it away. 4-1. Cardinals only have 3 hits today. Cannon did an amazing job. We put up a graphic over on X with that, but the Mets bullpen continues to be lights out. Let's see what's going on over on X. A lot of notifications over here. Oh, you know what? They just put out a video of the hats. Here, I'll show you guys them. And this is not a sponsored spot. I don't make $1 off of this. I just think the hats are sick looking. So that's why I'm letting you guys know in case you're interested. But here you have it. Those are the hats right there. They posted it. Oh, those things are fire. What do they say on the side? They say Reyes? But I know he signed a ton of them and then they shipped them. I don't know if all of them are necessarily autographed. I'm assuming not. But I know he autographed a ton of them. Let's see what's going on. Shout out to the people over on Instagram. Appreciate you chiming in. Oh my God, who is your favorite player on the Mets right now? Let me see if I do not have it in here. I mean, I know he hasn't done a lot, but let's be honest. And I appreciate it's your girl Lena. Appreciate you chiming in over there on Instagram. It's for me, it's Juan Soto, at least the most exciting player. And probably because he's new. It's almost like getting a new toy, a new car. You got 2 other cars in the driveway, but in all honesty, let's be honest, you're excited to drive the new car. So it's Juan Soto. I know he's in a slump right now, but I know, and so do you guys know, anything could happen at any time. And the score of the game over here is 4-1 Mets. See if we got anything else. Nothing else going on over there. But I do appreciate you guys checking in over on Instagram. Glad we can get that in for you guys. Let's check out somebody's scores for around the league. Always love getting to those in the breaks. But we're back with the game, so we'll get it to afterwards. Let me see if there's any notable games on here. Yankees are chugging along. Damn. They just took the lead against the Rays. Two crappy teams, Washington, Pittsburgh going at it. The Diamondbacks and Marlins. We just briefly spoke about the Phillies game. The Phillies were up 5-1 in the first. San Francisco put up 2 runs in the 6th. Philly put up a run in the 8th. San Francisco put up a run in the 9th, but they still lost. The Orioles were able to close out the Guardians. The Orioles off to a less than par start as Marte's down 1-2 in the count. Get to these starts and these scores in a little bit, but you know, I thought the Orioles would do a lot better. But when I watched Corbin Burnes out of all people, as Marte fouls off a pitch, Corbin Burnes out of all players walks out. You have new, rich, loaded owners over there in the Baltimore organization, and they don't do anything. What is that? You had a guy with a potential 40 home run season, Anthony Santander, and Corbin Burnes walk out the door. The 1-2 to Marte. See what he does here. Fouls it off to right field. How do you even pronounce that guy's name? Svanson? I'm probably completely botching that. Who's the pitcher for the Cardinals? Terrens is on deck. If you guys haven't checked it out at all, I think we posted it over on Instagram. McNeil's sliding catch as Marte grounds the ball to second base. Canicorn for second base, flips it to first and puts him away. But in all honesty, McNeil looked pretty smooth in center field. The one thing that scares me, though, if you have an outfield of Nimmo, McNeil, Soto, there's no arms out there. Like 0. And we've already seen what Tyrone Taylor's arm can do for us in center field. He gunned down somebody with the Twins. You know. See what goes on here. Terrens is up 262 on the season. I think he got off to a red hot start, and we're watching it slowly come down. I know a lot of people have been talking as he takes a 1-2 right down the middle. I know a lot of people have been talking about Alvarez potentially coming in as a backup if Torrens doesn't hit, Alvarez is hitting in the minors during his rehab start, and he's gunning people down just like Torrens is. So him and McNeil look good. Another prospect to look out for is Drew Gilbert, who's been murdering the ball at single A in his rehab assignment, hitting 333, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, I believe. He had like a 12 something OPS, something crazy, or 151 OPS, which is nuts. He's going back to AAA in his first at bat tonight. He had a rocket single to right field, so he's looking good as Torrens takes the count full 3-2. Bottom 7, our New York Metropolitans are up 4-1. I would like to see them add on a run or two as Torrens swings pop to deep right field. They're going back to the warning track up against the fence, and the right fielder makes the catch. But I would like to see us see if we could do an add-on run or two here. We only really had that one inning where we were still outside of the, but Lindor looks good. He was 3 for 3. Fish, I'll throw you out of here. Stop with that nonsense. As Beatty comes to the plate, these umpires are all over the place. It's just incredible to me. Beatty's 1 for 2 today. He had that bloop RBI single to left field, made awful contact. For me, it almost feels like Beatty's standing too close to the plate. If he drives it down the right field line into the corner, he's going to be extra bases for Beatty. Rounds first, on his way to second. Will he take the turn? No, he will sit at second with a double. Yep, 2 back-to-back multiple hit games for our boy Brett Beatty. Maybe he's finally starting to show signs. That was a hanger right down the pipe, got right on top of it. Nice. Pitcher made a mistake and he capitalized. You're going to pinch run for Beatty. I'm guessing it's going to be Acuna. Yep. Better defensive player. Makes a lot of sense. Base hit. Be 5-1. As we go, I believe we're turning it over now to the top of the lineup. Nope, Tyrone Taylor, who's 1 for 2 today. He's off to a brutal start too. Look at the OPS, 435. Remember, the league average is like 720. He's getting a shot as the everyday guy right now in center field. The Mets really don't have another guy as he takes 1-0 away. I will say this. A lot of Met fans keep saying like, what you call it? Play Acuna in center field. It's not that easy. You want guys learning at the major league level a whole new position as Taylor takes it on the inside corner. Let's see what we got going on here. See if Acuna starts dancing or so. 1-1 on the outside corner. Yeah, 97 miles an hour. And we'll get to some of the out-of-town scores in between. Fouled off. Oh, yeah, it's the pitcher's family. Oh, this is major league debut? They look nervous as all hell. Just like Hagerman's family yesterday as he takes a 1-2 well outside off the plate. I was thinking of trying to get to a game this week, and I don't know if I'd be able to. I got construction going on at the house. I wanted to go tomorrow night. Not totally sure. Tommy, what's going on, my guy? Hope all is well, bro. Amen, bro. Let's go, Mets. As a 2-2 to Taylor. Line drive right at third base. I mean, it's been a minute, but there's been a ton of line drive outs from the New York Mets in this game. I like the way we're swinging the bats. Even Soto, get on him. Wonder, there's got to be. Let me know in the chat if you guys know of a site where you could track exit velos, because I guarantee you those were all 2 of his outs were 90 plus off the bat. Maybe you guys let me know. Oh, yeah, you know what's wild too? I know the Knicks play this week, and I'm sorry, I'm not a Knicks fan. For all my diehard loyal Mets fans out there, I root in the other borough, unfortunately. But it's nice to see little bro getting a little shot at the playoffs again. I know a lot of people ain't going to be happy with that. Phil, what's going on, brother? Hope all is well with you tonight. Bro. Everybody's Can I get something off my chest between us girls in here? For those of you who are dogging all over Soto, and let me know if my mic's coming in well. It's a little far from my mouth, so I hope it's coming in well for you guys. For everybody who's dogging on Juan Soto, keep that same energy when he's lighting it up in July, because it's going to happen. He's going to light it up. We know it's coming. You know it's coming. Great players don't stay down for long. And yes, this is game 19, but he's going to get up again. He'll be up in the bottom 8, right? Oh, baseball savant. Appreciate that, Jonathan. Is that live? Do we know that? Let's see. Probably not, I'm assuming. They have games live. Let's see. Miles per hour. Top exit velos. Look, right there. Top exit velos of the game. Wilson Contreras, 113. Jeez. Alec Burleson, 110. Brett Beatty, that double, 107.2. Starling Marte, 106.8. And there's Soto, 106.7 on that. Wonder if you could, does it only show top 5? Appreciate you letting me know this. I'll be using this every day. As Minter gets the first out right back to him, little ground ball. Swing and misses. Leading the game, Griffin Canning, 16, baby. Let's go. Top exit speed, pitch velocity. Reed Garrett, 97.8, leading the way. Top distances, Luis Torrens, 362. Think about this. There's only been 3 balls hit over 300 feet today. That's wild. Let's see. Exit velo. I wanted to see on... Yeah, Juan Soto, the other out, 97.7. So 2 of his outs were, one was over 100 miles an hour, one was just under 100 miles an hour. I think you got to give some credibility to that. Sometimes you just got to hit them where they ain't. And unfortunately, he's hit right at 2 guys. So I'm going to relax when it comes to, I really like this Minter pickup, man. How about Brazoban? Hey, Oscar Brazoban, my preseason, I want to say spring training, whatever you want to call it, favorite to blossom this season was Hey, Oscar Brazoban. And so far, so good. As Minter throws the 2-0, pop fly to center field. I don't understand that. The days of baseball today, you're down 4-1 in the 8th. You're up 2-0 in the count, and you swing at ball 3. Yeah, the Cardinals have not had a hit since the 4th inning, the leadoff hitter. How about that? How about that? Phil, let's be honest, bro. We've had excellent pitching all year as the New York Mets continue to be the #1 team in starting pitching ERA. And Griffin Canning added it tonight. 6 innings, a 1-run ball. Doesn't get much better than that. I'll take that every time. I was not a fan of the Griffin Canning signing. Well, we'll see what happens as we go down the line, but you can't ask for much more. The guy's making, what, $4.5 million out there. The only thing that I don't like, I wish Stearns would do, when he gets these reclamation projects, one thing I wish he would do is just make it where, make it where there's a team option, 0-2 for Minter, lefty. Let's see. Swinging foul ball. But make it where there's a team option. So if these guys light it up like the Manayas, like the Severinos, we're not stuck watching them go blossom with some other team the way we're watching Severino pitch for the A's. There should have been an option. Maybe you pay him a little extra for that 1 year, and you get an option for a second year. The 0-2, well down. We're the best. Yeah, as of right now, yes, we are, Phil. 100%, bro. 100%. Even the bullpen. You hold them to 4-1. A lot of people, we're playing up. Cutter to left field. Nimmo coming in. Slides, makes the easy grab. End of the eighth, 3 more outs. I wonder if they're going to bring in Diaz. While we're doing that, let's take a peek at these live scores. Why don't we? So here we go. Live scores. Let me put myself down in the corner so it's easier for you guys to see this. Here we go. Obviously, we got our Metsies live. Looks like the Yankees are going to end up closing it out in the Bronx, taking a win over Tampa Bay. The Angels, with their hot start, they're coming back to earth. But how about Texas going 11-7 if they win tonight, 12-7? The D-backs over Miami, that is final. Miami's still sticking around. They're 8-10 on the year. See if they end up falling off like they do pretty much every year. You have Washington losing 1-0, 5 hit by the Pirates. Pirates are even 8-2. You have the Reds losing to the Mariners. They're all around 500. The Athletics downing the White Sox 8-0. And check out the Sox again. 4-14 on the year. They're going to lose 100 plus again this year. Spoke earlier about the Phillies taking care of the Giants. I feel a few people are a little too fast to jump on 3 teams coming out of the West. I've been hearing that a lot. You had the Orioles defeating the Guardians, who are 500. The Orioles are 2 game under. And obviously, you have Detroit, who's looking like they're going to be a playoff team again this year. 6-1 over Kansas City. Nothing crazy happening, at least to note on my end, but just got to keep winning series. I know we lost to Minnesota. First time we lost back-to-back, whatever. I'm just moving on to the next series. That's how I look at it. I think that's how we all have to look at it as a fan base. You just got to keep moving on. Let's see what we got. Doesn't get any better than Lindor's walk up, as the Mets are going to have their big boppers. 1, 2, 3 to start the 8th. Lindor against King. Yeah, he's a lefty. As Lindor swings through the 93-mile-an-hour cutter. Damn, this guy's brutal. 5 games, 6.75 ERA. He's got in 5 games, got 3 walks. Yikes! As Lindor's down 0-2. Ground ball, slow to shortstop. Shortstop picks it up, fires at the first. Plenty of time. I think tomorrow night's game is going to be swamped. So Diaz going to be up 0 for 3 tonight for Soto. Instead of booing the guy, we should be cheering him. Yeah, 2 balls hard, 98 miles an hour, 103 miles an hour, right at guys. What are you going to do? Takes a ball low. Come on, just little hit. Guys like Soto, they're so great. 1 hit gets them off the schneid. 1-0. Inside. Love those white jerseys. It keeps zooming in on Soto's hands. Oh, inside. Well inside. 3-0. Oh, yeah, really wants to pitch him in. Where's George Steinbrenner Field located in Florida? Is it near Port St. Lucie? I'm trying to remember. 3-0 to Soto, well outside. It's the first walk of the game for the Mets, huh? Oh, deep left. Alonso is backing up. It's going to stay on the edge of the warning track. Alonso just got under it. Sorry, guys. I'm texting, hanging out with you guys. I feel like when I'm doing these lives during the game, kind of just hanging out with a bunch of friends. I'm not like one of those guys who are just gonna be locked in 100% of the time. It's not that easy, but just chilling out with you guys. When we need to be serious, we'll be serious. I want to do some Mets trivia too on maybe some of the off days. I think that'd be pretty cool. See what we got going on here. Might have somebody joining me. James of Mets Cove. And if you're not watching, if you're not following him, he is bigger on Instagram than anything else. Let me see what I got here. Arenado, Burleson, and Walker. Let's see. Vientos ground ball off the pitcher's glove. Vientos might be the slowest guy in the major leagues. 1-4-3 put out to end the eighth. Rose Vientos slower than Big Poppy. That's hysterical. Yeah, James of Mets Cove will be joining us shortly. I will say it is pineapple season, baby. See what we got going on here. Let's see what Diaz does. Yeah. D, what's going on? Hope all is well with you. It's been a minute. Hope all is well. You and the family. I hope everything's going well. It ain't over till it's over. The fat lady needs to sing for us. That's all I'm gonna say here. But overall, I'm good with what the Mets are doing today. I love how I will say one thing that MLB Network has on their app that's pretty cool. If you zoom out, it will show both sides. You could get all the stats, where you don't have to go scamming through the computer. A lot of people in the stadium today. Jose, are you there? Are you at the stadium today? Yeah, Phil. Except for when we lose in the playoffs, then it's not a great day. Right? Let's see what we got here. Oh, Jose's at the game. All right. All right. Good. I'm glad. How cold is it out there? Is it windy? Damn. Even though those numbers aren't pretty, still 3 for 3. You know? Let's see what we got here. Up and away at 95. Ugh. Might not be a little win, nothing crazy from Jose. All right, good to know. When I see up and away out of the zone from Diaz, it always tells me he's overthrown. He's throwing 95 right now. I don't like that. There we go. Slider right down. He's not throwing hard. He is not throwing hard. I don't like when I don't see Diaz throwing hard. Usually he throws spinner then. Let's see. 2-1 well outside. As he's throwing the ball, he's looking down at his feet. I don't like to see that. Mendoza looking on, curious. Great. Walks the leadoff hitter. We don't like to see that. Let's see. Why does that keep coming up as a special figure? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to look at some of these graphics here. Gonna change it to post game hopefully shortly as he goes down 2-1 in the count. Oh boy. Can we not do this? Griffin Canning. What a day. All right, 2-2. Come on, Diaz. We got this. Let's see. 2-2. Here we go. Pop fly. Ooh, let's stay in play. Oh, Viento's right into the railing. I'm hoping he's okay. Oh boy. Never like to see that. Let's see. We got Mets post game coming right up after this. Strike 3. That was a delayed call. All right. Keith's saying that right now. He goes, that was a late call from the umpire. We will take it though, right? That was not just a good pitch. That was a great pitch. And tonight, we are welcome. James, are you good? Give me the thumbs up on your camera. I see you in the down low.
I'm good. Well, I'm good. What's up?
Guys, here is James of Mets Cove making his first debut on Mets. Say what's up over on Instagram. Went to opening day. Finally met James after talking to him a lot in these spaces. Great guy. Great barbecue. Had the bus. Had the friends. Was a good time. James, what are your thoughts so far on tonight's game as Diaz is up 0-2 in the count right now?
Griffin Canning, baby. I mean, another Stearns. Looks like it's another hit with this pitching, and I couldn't be more excited. I know it's early, and I know the Cardinals aren't what they used to be, but look, there's still some talent in that lineup, and Griffin Canning's proving he's another one of these guys that he changes up some things in his arsenal in that pitching lab, and he's going to be a solid, effective pitcher for us. He might not be an ace type, but he's going to be a solid 3-4 in that rotation. I mean, even a 5, which he's spotted in right now as. I mean, you could argue he's one of the better back end of the rotation guys in the league.
Yeah, well, you know what? And it's funny because I said right off the bat I don't like this signing, but I feel like Stearns deserves the benefit of the doubt with a lot of these. That's why it's like, let's see, Diaz 1-2 fouls it off. That's why when everyone's killing, and look, literally killing David Stearns for the Frankie Montas signing, understandably so, but it's like there's if he saw something in the kid, right? Don't you got to give him a shot?
No, you're right. I mean, and it's also look,
he's you get strike 3. Sorry about that.
2 outs. I'm slightly behind you, but we'll make it work. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
look, we were saying it in the spaces in the winter. I mean, you pay Canning $5 million, and Stearns isn't afraid to cut ties with that guy in the middle of May or June if things weren't working out. I mean,
Right.
this was just a low risk, high reward type of signing, and right now it's paying dividends to this team. I mean, Griffin Canning he's been one of our only starters that have gone 6 innings, so very impressive.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting when you look at it, it's like what a lot of Met fans don't realize. I don't say Met fans because Met fans overall we're an intelligent fan base. I think it's safe to say that. But ground ball, first base, Alonso takes it himself. Game over. Mets win 4-1. Beautiful.
Let's go.
There were other teams involved in the Canning situation. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, "Oh, like the Mets jumped all over him." You find out after the fact there were 3 other teams, and the fact that the New York Mets had that, that potential, that's why he came here. I'm just trying to change out a couple of the thumbnails here.
Yeah, I know. I was getting my post up on my Instagram also. I mean, great
I
way to bounce.
Like 5 of them.
great. It's a great way to bounce back, though, right? I mean, all this talk about Soto struggling, and look, we should have won 2 out of 3 against Minnesota, if not swept them. But this is baseball; it's a 162 game season, and the Mets did what good teams do, and they bounced back right back at their ballpark. And let's keep this momentum going into tomorrow.
Right, and you know what? And I'll pull it up really quick. Dang, Jonathan in the chat told me what the name was. Damn it, I'm kind of pissed right now. Let me just retweet this out. Let's see. All right. Jonathan in the chat had the site before, the StatCast site. Sorry, I'm trying to. Let me get to some of these people in the chat really quick before we continue on our conversation. Appreciate everybody being in here. Jose, who's at the game. When you coming to a game, bro? I tried to con my wife, who's probably watching this, into going to tomorrow night's game. She didn't really want to go. We got the baby. I'm going to try to convince her to go Saturday. Here's one thing, and this is one thing you guys will know about me. I would go to every game if I could. I have a daughter. I might have another child on the way, hopefully, fingers crossed. Found out some good news lately, but we haven't made any announcements yet. So, but I got to see this team in person, baby. That's where it's at. But thanks for Jose. Jose, we'll definitely meet up when I go there. Let me know how many games you're at. Always feel free to DM me on X. And if you can't DM me on X, follow me on Facebook. I had the DMs over on Facebook open. I turn them off over on X because I'm not going to lie. I get bombarded every day. And it's not even by Mets fans. It's by Philly fans, by Braves fans, and mostly by Yankee fans. So I had to turn my DMs off to people that I don't know. Phil says, "What's up, James? How's it going,
Phil?
Chad?
What's up, Phil?
Game over, Chad. Yes. Hell of a win. I will say this. I would like us to see us hit a little bit more, James. What are you going to do? Talk about here. I'll let you break it down. Talk about that play in the field. Lindor instructing our boy Taylor, getting it done.
I mean, Ray, he does all the little things right. And this is why, like, I could eat a Lindor going on a little cold streak because he does all the little things right. He plays perfect defense. Everything he does as a bait. I mean, he's a definition of a ball player. I mean, that guy he's one of the more smarter players I've seen doing everything on the base field. And look, that steals a run. That's momentum. And he got himself caught in a bad spot and he made the most out of it, So you see most guys will just quit on that play and the inning ends and the Mets would only be up 3-0. You never know what happens from there. Obviously we went 4-1, but just getting that extra 4th run, it just felt like it gave Griffin Canning the space and that he really needed out there. I mean, you could tell Griffin Canning looked way more relaxed out there, definitely in the deeper innings as well. I mean, I was very surprised that I'm going into triple digits with his pitch count, but that's credit to Griffin Canning and that's credit to what the Mets were able to do today. I mean,
I think that extra day off, even with him being sick, they probably say, "Hey, we got an off day coming up next week. Are you good?" You even saw him. If you watched him after he got that out, he's like this right away. Like, you ain't taking me out. The 5 2/3. I am good to go. He's giving the thumbs up, which was good to see. He's a bowler out there. We got Diddy here. Yo. Diddy, one of the OGs who's always in here. Canning is looking good. Yes, we spoke about that. Let me pull up my graphic that I posted. Always up to date as well. Not always, as much as I can be, considering I do all this. This is a one-man show over here. Dan helps me out, yes, but for all the graphics and everything, one-man show. Let me pull it up really quick so we can get all the up-to-date stuff in regard to Canning here. Let's see. Shout out to the people over on Instagram. I can't see your comments for some reason. They always freeze. So if you want to get involved in the conversation and not just be a passive observer, head on over to YouTube or X, preferably YouTube, because that's how it supports the channel the most. But get over to one of those platforms and I'll get to your comments. I see them coming in, but unfortunately, there's so many people coming in the live chat over on Instagram. Then you got Facebook, X, and YouTube all combining. For some reason, it overloads Instagram and I can't combine them all. So if you want to be an active participant in our conversation this evening, feel free to chime in over on one of those platforms. Can't talk tonight for some reason, but we have this over from Griffin Canning, as I'll push James and I to the side. Here we go. Today, the official line: 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 8 Ks, James, which is beautiful to see. And what we saw, his ERA comes down today to a nice 3.43, which has got to be among the league's best in regard to fifth starters.
Oh, 100%, right. I mean, look, today he used his fastball on a higher percentage. I know Gary, Keith, and Ron were talking about it, where he's been at 30% and he moved up to 50, but that was just based off a matchup. And look, he clearly has bought into what the Hefner and Stearns has told him, and he has some great pitches in that slider. That slider is filthy, and they want him to use his best pitches as a priority. I mean, last year, previous years, Griffin Canning was a highly touted prospect, and
very highly.
And things didn't work out with him in Los Angeles, but you could say that about a lot of pitchers that have pitched for the Angels over the years. They just don't know how to.
Since Mike Trout showed up 15 years ago, they can't develop anyone. Was Jared Weaver the last guy they developed?
I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, but I think they took every draft pick and drafted a pitcher with it, because they're just so desperate. They're just trying to find guys at this point. And look, Griffin Canning is a guy that we know had talent. And you know what, Ray? It feels so good that the Braves DFA'd him, and we kind of technically got him from Atlanta. And I would love to see him kill them down the season in big games and kill their hopes of going on a run, because Atlanta's going to fight back. Do I think they might? Do I think they have enough to make the playoffs? I don't think so, but they're going to fight back, and I hope the Mets are one of those teams that just puts a rude ending to their season early.
Was this the 12th win today? Yeah, they were.
Today was their 12 and 7.
All right, so let me pull this up really quick for anybody asking, and I see a few more of you guys in the comments. I'll get to you in just a sec. Appreciate you guys chiming in. Over 200 people live here in the post game. I know you guys have plenty of options out there, so I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. But here we go, the latest up-to-date standings. Our New York Mets sit atop of the division, 1 game ahead of the Philadelphia Phillies. The Marlins, who continue to flirt right around 500. The Braves are still in the tank. Even though they had that awful start, they are still 2-11 away. They are just above 500 at home. But one thing I want to focus on with the Mets, and we say it time and time again, James, and even the experts will tell you this, Buck Showalter has said this in the past, you always want to try to play around 500 on the road, and then you want to kill teams at home. And look exactly where the New York Mets are right now. 6-1 at home, 6-6 while on the road. And let's make sure we preface this. It was a brutal road trip. You're playing teams out west. It's not like we were losing series in Miami or losing to Oakland, to A's. It's different time zones. It's cold. And I'm not going to, I understand we haven't played any crazy talent as of yet, but I'm excited because We have the Phillies coming up. We feel like we're in a good place, but we got to take care of business with St. Louis here. I want to see
100%.
personally, but I'll take 3 of 4 as it's a 4-game series.
No doubt, Ray. I mean, three of four has to be what they. I mean, it's not what they have to. I'll be okay with a split, but this team is too good to not take 3 out of 4 in this series. The Cardinals are not what they used to been. We got Peterson tomorrow. We got Senga on Saturday. I mean, things are lining up real well for us right now to go on a little run and get hot before this Philadelphia series. I'm going on Monday. I'm going on Tuesday against Philly, and I know Mets fans are going to bring it as this weather gets warmer. I mean, today was an impressive crowd. I didn't get the total. I didn't get the total from Gary. I missed that. But look, Mets fans are the best fans out there, and when we see that there's a product on the field that we could get behind, we're going to be there. We're going to go out of our way to get into that stadium, and it's just credit to the Mets fans. I mean, it's only going to get bigger from here. I mean, I hope that series against Philly is rocking next week, right?
Oh, we know it will be 100%. But we have the pitch breakdown from Griffin Canning, pitch usage and whiffs. Fastball, 45 fastballs, 7 whiffs. Slider, 27 sliders, 6 whiffs. 18 changeups, 3 whiffs. And then you have cutter, knuckle curve, and slider, 4, 5, and 5 with 0. But it's impressive when you see 7 of your 45 fastballs are getting a whiff. You can't ask for more out of a guy in Griffin Canning. It's like we keep pulling these guys out, and then you're watching guys down in the minors. Guys like Tidwell struggled his last start, but he's been pretty good. Nolan McLean looks pretty good. Obviously, we all talk about Sproat all the time. So, like, there is reinforcements down there if we need them, but hopefully we see where Montas comes back later on in the season. It's going to be interesting to see how the Mets play it with him. Let's see what else we got here. Frankie's contract is chump change. Sweet talk. I'm guessing you're saying my wife, Phil. We got this from Buster. Appreciate you chiming in, Buster. Beatty looks better than Soto the last few days. Let's slow it down. And that's one thing I wanted to pull up for you guys that I have here. We were talking about it during our live stream. Let me pull it up really quick. That way, it brings a little bit bigger of perspective. Here, wrong one, of course. Wrong one. Let me see. It's a little hard doing this on the fly. Usually I have my editing afterwards. Here we go. Hardest hit balls all day today. Right there. That was an out. 106.7 off the bat. That was an out. And then let's get a little further into our advanced analytics as we go down the batting line. His walk. Look, he's got the walk, and then I seen it. Where is it? We'll get to it. Where is it? This was an out as well. Ground out. That laser to second base. 97.7 off the bat there.
And then Arenado made that.
One's almost 100. I mean, that's a case where you didn't hit them where they ain't. They were hard hit balls.
No, I mean, yeah, look, Arenado made a great pick on that Soto 97-mile-an-hour ground out. And, yeah, I mean, 106-mile-an-hour ground out, double play. I mean, look, he's getting unlucky right now. And, Ray, honestly, like, I've been trying to keep myself from, like, even getting bothered by all this outside noise. You see a guy like Salicata get on the radio today and say that he would boom.
I got on him for that.
I mean, look, it's game 17 of 162. And it's game 17 of 2,430 that Juan Soto will play as a New York Met, at least. No, but that's actually a number. 162 times that 15, you're getting 2,430. And look, Dan made a tweet a couple days ago. He said, when will you start getting concerned about Juan Soto? Not that he is, but he just wanted to see what Mets fans thought. And I said, year 4. You know, I mean, look. I'm not annoyed, but I would love to see Juan Soto doing well right now. You know, just to give a nice little jab to the Yankee fans and things like that, and just even having that feeling of just seeing Juan Soto at his peak performance. But I know it's coming. I mean, it's a
lock. I don't want to bet a lot of money.
I mean, this is Juan Soto struggling. He has a 770 OPS. I mean, come on, like a 130
well above the league average.
30% higher. I mean, he has a 130 OPS plus. I mean, you would think he has like a 500 OPS. By the way,
because
people
when
are
he's
talking
making
about
contact and putting it in the air, it's going out. And I think you know what I think? Let's see. Tomorrow. Was it tomorrow or was it Saturday? Let me double check really quick before I open my mouth and have something wrong. Saturday, it's going to be 70 degrees during game time, and it's going to be in the mid to upper 60s on Sunday. That's where I look for him and Lindor to start turning things around. But we got a few more comments I want to get to really quick as we keep on going on this Metcast postgame. Guys, if you're still in here, especially over on YouTube, make sure to give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying this content. That's the best way to support the channel. Appreciate you being here. And if it's your first time, maybe you consider subscribing, but that's totally up to you. We got this from Double over on X. Great win, fellas. Hashtag LGM. Let's go, Mets. Absolutely. Brooklyn, appreciate you chiming in. Booing Soto is playing right into the hands of the Yankees simping media. Dumb as hell to do after 19 games. I could not agree with you more. Think about it. 19 games. And you know what's funny? If you were to ask a Met fan, honestly, in your heart of heart, 9th inning, a guy on third, 2 outs, say he's the tying run, and you could have one Met up, it's not Pete Alonso. It would be Juan Soto. In your heart of hearts, you and I both know you are picking Juan Soto every single time. Because when push comes to shove, there's a reason why, for any of the MLB The Show fans out there like myself, he's got a 99 clutch for a reason. And that's just the facts. I'm not throwing anything out there crazy. I love Pete Alonso. I hope he's a Met for life. I hope he breaks every freaking record only to be broken by Juan Soto, because odds are Juan Soto's going to break every record here. He's going to be here for a decade and a half. And I will say this. Some people are so ignorant who call WFAN. And I like WFAN. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't. I'm friends with a lot of people over there. Daniel McCartan was on my show yesterday. I like a lot of people. Brandon Tierney's been on my show. Nice guy. Will BS with you off air. One of the most humble guys I ever met. Had Joe Beningo on a million times. All the people over there like them. But some of the fans that called today, get Juan Soto off my team. Would the Yankees trade for him if we ate some of the money? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? You are the same person that was screaming to get Francisco Lindor, by the way, who went 3 for 4 today with an RBI, created an extra run on the base paths. You wanted him out of town last year. I just can't take the ignorance of some fans. And they actually blow up my direct messages if I'm going to agree with them. Sometimes you got to take a step back. Realize it's like life. It's long. And I know I'm a little long-winded here, but I had to get this off my chest. Because I listen to the fan in my car or while I'm at work doing my work stuff all the time. And I'm actually sitting there like, are these people just put in there to call to scream? I don't get it, James. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't want Juan Soto.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm coming back from my work break today and I hear a Yankee fan calling and say that Soto's not going to live up to his contract. It's 20 games into the first season of 15 years. And Ray, also, I don't know about you, but Juan Soto's not going to be judged by his stats when the end of this contract comes. It's going to be, did he help this Mets team win a World Series? Yeah. And yes, I'll love all the All-Stars, the Silver Sluggers. I'll love all the regular season stats. But you paid Juan Soto $800 million to help bring the New York Mets their first championship since 1986. That is the facts. And just like you said, 99 clutch, MLB The Show, whatever. When the stages are high, Juan Soto is one of the best hitters in all of baseball. We saw it last season when he was on the Yankees. We're talking about Judge, and Aaron Judge is the greatest hitter I've seen probably in my lifetime. He does struggle in the playoffs, but look, Juan Soto doesn't. Juan Soto is a career 320 hitter in the playoffs. That guy rises to the occasion. We saw him batting cleanup before he could drink a beer legally in a World Series game. I mean, this guy just has so much skill, so much confidence, so much swagger. I'm not worried about Juan Soto. I know you're not. And look, he's born in Dominican. Once that weather starts getting warm, it was 35 degrees, 40 degrees in Minnesota. Like, I'm not worried at all with Juan Soto.
And do you correlate, and I know I do, but let me know if you do. I correlate a little bit of the New York Mets having such dominant pitching, probably the same way why the Mets can't hit. It's freezing where they've been playing. Maybe not with the A's, but they did put up 8 runs to one game. But at home in Minnesota, there's a reason why these other teams aren't hitting. It's not like the Mets are throwing out all these guys throwing 100 miles an hour. They're just not. We got this from Diddy. Who boos their own players because they're in a slump? Dumb people. That's why. That's who do. How many North Carolina fans you got in here for? I'm here for it. Mike. I don't know. You know what? My nephew's a Met fan. He lives down in North Carolina. But it's always good. It's another win tonight, James, and I thank you for coming on tonight. I'm going to end up closing up this post game shortly. I'm sure we'll have James on more often. And thank you for the 300 whatever plus people that are in here hanging out with us tonight. I know you could be doing a lot of other things. But again, head on over to YouTube, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and who knows, maybe tomorrow night I'll go live again. We'll see what happens. Remember, next week I'll be having, I believe, Ernest Dove, another good friend of the show, on, who is a beat reporter for the Port St. Lucie team. He covers the Mets minor league reports, writes for multiple publications, and he is very intelligent when it comes to the Mets prospects, which you guys all know that I love to talk about. So if you're interested in learning about the farm system, what's going on with Brandon Sprosa, Blade Tidwells, the Nolan McLeans, the Jet Williams, who's been absolutely killing it in his single A rehab, hitting over 300, OPS over 1,000, comes down to triple A today in his first at-bat, hits a rocket to right field base hit. All the latest on the prospects, who a lot of them we will be seeing probably shortly. I'm excited about him. But until next time, James, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Right. Thank you, man. Great opportunity. I'm excited with the win. And yes, definitely check out Ernest Dove, because as a diehard Mets fan, he is one of the best Twitter follows you could possibly have. I mean, that guy is great. I mean, he's watching every minor league game. I actually commented something to him. I said, do you have 5 TVs in your house with all different Mets affiliate games on at the same time? And he goes,
he's there.
He goes, don't we all? I mean, he is he's a great reporter. And Ray, I mean, keep up the good work, man. I mean, what you're doing with this page has been excellent, and it's only going to grow from here, man. So
yeah, appreciate it, my guy. All right, guys, probably see you tomorrow. If anything, take care. Have a good night. Let's go Mets. Peace.